Trying to get it right. We're here. We made it. All right. So, how's everyone doing out there? It's been a while since I've been live, and I just wanted to talk about avoidance. Yes, it's very important to be aware of what it is that you may be avoiding. So, anxiety is high for everyone. I see it even with the kids. A lot of the children that I work with are really struggling right now. And, now that things are starting to open back up and we're, back in the workplace, we're back at school, we're back out in the community, it's been really difficult on people to feel motivated, to feel energized, to feel connected to the people that they're trying to engage with. And it's because of all of the isolation that we've all recently experienced. So I really want to pose that question to you all. What are you avoiding? And this is such a general but very important question. Do you have career goals that, oh, maybe later down the line, maybe next year, maybe next month? Do you have health goals? Oh, yeah, next week I'll start, cutting out the soda. Do you have goals with your friendships? Like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll call Susie in 3 weeks. I'll wait a little longer before I reach out to her. How about in your relationship? Are there things you're avoiding? Are you avoiding certain things that will establish more commitment, more intimacy, more passion? Are you avoiding taking that trip? I know that there's a lot of dynamics going on right now as far as travel. However, are you really avoiding taking those steps to set up these plans? Are you, maybe a young adult? Are you avoiding getting that license permit? Are you avoiding looking for new places to live? Are you avoiding opening that savings accounts? What are you avoiding? Okay. It's very important. Like, at Myers Life Coaching, we want you to live your best life. We want your story that you are creating for yourself to get better and better and better. We want you to have your heart's desires. We want you to experience love, joy, peace, to not be overwhelmed, burdened, suffering in chronic pain, suffering from different ailments and physical things. And at the core of it is emotionally how you feel and what are you avoiding. Think about it. Life is short. You never know what your timeline will be. So, what are you avoiding? Typically, the reason why we avoid is because we want to delay discomfort. So if it's that friend that you haven't spoken to in a while and you're like, oh, I don't even know how they're going to react to me calling them now because I haven't spoke to them in over a month, so there's that discomfort there. So we may avoid reaching out. Or if you're driving, maybe you've had an accident recently or something traumatic's happened to you and you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm only going to take the back roads. And then you say to yourself, no highways anymore. Then you say to yourself, only in the mornings. Then you say to yourself, only when such and such is in the car with me. Then you say to yourself, only when this person is driving will I go to the store. Then you say to yourself, I'm not even go get in the car, period. I'm just going to order whatever it is I need and stay home. Because in that moment, it's that short term, temporary relief that we get from avoiding. And they're called safety behaviors. Maybe you're in a room with a lot of people at a gathering or, an event for meeting for work of some sort. And maybe you're thinking, well, I'll be the quietest one in the room because if I'm the quietest one in the room, I won't be judged, or maybe others won't think negatively of me, or Maybe I can avoid that temporary discomfort. So, what is it that you're avoiding? Step one, take inventory of these things. When you're aware of the things that you're avoiding, you're becoming more and more aware of what triggers you may have for anxiety. We all deal with anxiety. So it's not something that's isolated to just those with mental health issues. Everyone struggles with it, you know, and it's all based upon fear and love. Fear and love. So, what is it that you fear will happen? What is it that you're trying to avoid in that moment? What type of discomfort are you trying to delay? And the funny thing about it is that avoidance doesn't make you any safer. Like I said, you never know what your timeline is. You could stay in the house and something happened to you. So the reality is that delayed gratification we get in avoiding takes us out of the game of life. And we're missing out on opportunities to meet new people. We're missing out on opportunities to have new experience. We're missing out on the opportunities to maybe generate more income or prosperity in our lives. We're missing out on opportunities to work on our health. All these things because of avoidance, because of anxiety, because we're wanting to delay that instant gratification. So, step one, identify what it is that you are trying to avoid. Step two, learn ways to calm your body when you do feel that discomfort well up. It starts by taking inventory of what it is that's triggering these things. What are these things that we're trying to avoid? And then notice how our body responds to it. If you think about yourself in that crowded room or that meeting and you're sitting quiet there, what does your body feel like in that moment? Do you feel a tightness in your chest? Do you have sweaty palms? Do you want to shake your leg or fidget? Do you feel discomfort in your stomach? Do you get headaches? What are you feeling? Because that's your body's nervous system response to a stressor. You're in that fight flight mode. So, what is it that you're feeling? So, after you've taken inventory as to what you're avoiding, two, identify how your body is responding. What is your body doing? Right? So, now that you know what your body is doing, now step three is to find those things that you do that calm your body. Maybe it's, take a walk, go wash your hands in some cold water, or do some counting. I have a client that counts to 200, that's his number, and that helps him calm himself in those moments. Breathing is so important. Take some deep abdominal breaths so that you can reconnect with your body center and give oxygen to those organs that are in fight flight mode, that are telling your body to, okay, we got to run, we got to fight. Feed your body that oxygen so that it can actually calm itself and soothe when feeling that anxiety, when that feeling that discomfort. And I'll do another video on that. That's very important as far as ways to calm your body, right? So now that you've calmed your body, now you got to face it. Face your fears. Go for it. The thing that you're avoiding, do it. Go out there, get your hands wet, get involved, be social, try new things, and practice those calming techniques so that you can quiet your body, calm your body, and be more present and mindful in that situation. And there's ways to work your way up into things gradually so that you're not overwhelming yourself and creating more issues. But the only way you're ever going to overcome that fear, that anxiety, is through love and facing it. Love yourself through it, face it. So, if you out there need any additional support with this, please don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate who was ever out there. If you have questions about these types of things, there's a lot of resources that can help. But just know these are safety behaviors, and avoidance does not necessarily make you any safer. I love you. Thank you. Myers Life.